Hello folks, Hargos here, and I have another video regarding Chronowarden and Midnight. And when I was looking over my videos around Flameshaper and Chronowarden, I quickly noticed that Flameshaper just has so much more in its Hero Talent toolkit. And Chronowarden's kind of left behind since Spirit Bloom's been removed. And I think that I've seen this as a consistent community sentiment that that's what it will look like. Flameshaper may be the go-to for M+ and Raid. So I think it might be worthwhile just to kind of look at this and see what we could do from a Chronowarden buff perspective instead of looking at Flameshaper to see what will likely be nerfed. Let's see how they could possibly improve this Chronowarden tree and make it a little more dynamic, similar to the dynamic effect that Flameshaper has with 2 Dream Breaths. So let's talk about why this may be nerfed now or reduced effectiveness of Chronowarden. One of them has to do with After Image. Since they removed Empowered Spell, we get a little less Chrono Flames available for use now. Dream Breath cooldown is going to be probably a baseline. Well, it is a baseline of 30 seconds, but we can reduce it down to 20 seconds. So that is good, but still with the double Dream Breath Flameshaper, what could we do with Chronowarden and its fantasy to kind of compensate and allow them to be able to keep up? And so when I look at this, I first go to Instability Matrix, where you have a chance to reduce your cooldown for those empowerment abilities from 1 to 6 seconds. So I think this should be buffed to be, let's say, a consistent number. Maybe a situation where you are allowed to have both. Excuse me. Both Resonating Sphere and Nor's Dumu's teaching. I think that would be very great for class fantasy. You could have echoes and the time reduction for empowered abilities, and I think that would be sufficient to allow us to have similar amount of Dream Breaths, similar amount of empowered abilities compared to Flameshaper, or just make this a consistent time. Make it 5 seconds consistently and basically give us Nozdormu's teaching. But then you could also double down with that with Nozdormu's teaching if you wanted to. Second, echoes are 10% more effective. Let's buff that up to 30%, something like that. Make Chronowarden the echo, super efficient echo play style. Along with this, you may think about, or alternatively, you can make it so every other echo casts 2 echoes. I think that would be nice. You'd be able to spread things out a little bit more within Raid. Also, you have more uses for Essence Bursts with Chronowarden, since you will have to use half as many echoes, nearly. I think that would be very nice. Also, we could also look at Golden Hour to make it more effective for Chronowarden, since Chronowarden will likely be able to have more and more Maritha's Blessing. I think that could be a good build style for them. So you get Golden Hour, a bunch of reversions, more echoes. And so I think that would be the way to go for Chronowarden. You could also make Grace Period a little more effective for Chronowarden, just building off that class fantasy. Um, we have this ability over here with Double Time, increasing the duration of Dream Breath. Maybe you can make this, and this would be alternative to some of my other suggestions. Instead of extending the duration, you reduce the cooldown on Dream Breath for crit strikes. So you can make it approximately the same what Flameshaper has with 2 casts. You would just make it a reduced cooldown from crit strikes or something like that, a little more predictable. You could also do a little bit more with After Image, where maybe you get more Chrono Flames, or after a certain amount of time after you cast an Empower spell, you get another 3, something similar to that. I think that would be kind of cool. So let me know what you think. I think some buffs or some changes to Chronowarden are warranted to make it viable both M+ and Raid. So let me know what you think, and thanks for watching.